Hello everybody, this is Simone from Epica. I recently did an interview to promote our new CD, The Holographic Principle, which will be out end of September. And you are watching Morow.com. Well, starting from when I was very little, I always loved Disney movies to begin with, singing along to Disney movies. My sister and I were fans of the back then boy and girl groups, the Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, so we were singing along to them, imagining we would start our own little band. And back then it was still a dream, so I just enjoyed singing. I took musical lessons and the flute, the blockfluit, the normal one you start with, and then I don't know the English word. In German it's querflöte, dwarsfluit, the flute, I guess. And I always loved singing, just for fun. And then when I was 12, we had a musical with my primary school where I was auditioning to sing a song for Marilyn Monroe. And there was another girl who was there, and she went to theater school. So she was acting and we were doing really fun, and I was very shy. I was just singing, and then the teacher said, "Okay, the other girl gets to play the part because she can act and entertain people, but she wanted to write an extra part in the musical just so that I could sing a song." And then I sang a song from Whitney Houston, which I also really found a great singer, a great voice. And after that, I started taking singing lessons in jazz and pop. For 1 year, I was 14. And it was not really my thing, and I started listening to rock music, slowly went to metal, and then I got in touch with Nightwish, the Coil with Temptation, and I loved the female voice combined with the rough metal music, and I started taking classical singing lessons. So that's a little bit how it started, from Spice Girls to Nightwish, I guess. 14 years is quite a long career already for a metal band. The fact that we're still here is amazing. So for me, every time we do these anniversary or special shows, when we play with orchestra and choir, and our anniversary show retrospect to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, were for me really highlights, because the Epica train goes so fast, and when you have those special occasions, you take the time to really think about what you've achieved and all the lovely memories you've gathered. And to me, the Quantum Enigma CD recording, the previous CD recording, were very special to me, because I also became a mother and my whole life changed, and I will always hold those memories really dear, because it embarked a new phase of life for me. And every show is special, and of course, we've been touring for 14 years, so I cannot remember all the shows, but some of the great shows we recently had as well were also at festivals last year, and Hellfest was one of them. That was really awesome. Every time we go to visit new countries where we haven't been before, that's always amazing. So. Performing live. Yeah, I like some musicians really love to be in the studio to perfect things and being very technical. And for me, the traveling and the live shows, because the spontaneous moments, you're there, the energy, and you have one shot, and there's a different vibe. When you're in the studio, it's all about getting it right and perfect it in the technical side. I get fed up a lot. I like the variation, to traveling, being at different places, and not being stuck in one spot for too long. My input is the lyrics and the video, the vocal lines. I do also offer my opinion on the songs that the guys write. There are 5 songwriters in the band. And whenever I don't like a part or so, I just kind of express that, and sometimes they cut it out. I don't write songs in whole, but I deliver melodies for vocal lines, grunts, choirs, and I just give my opinion on song structure or melodies within the songs that I don't like. And the guys, they listen to that as well. So I guess I would be then not a composer, but tiny bit of producing as well. So the lyrics are written by Mark and myself. Mark comes up with the idea, the title of the album, and the red line going through the lyrics, and we split them up. We take inspiration out of quantum physics, society, life itself, and our lyrics are often like appreciated, that they carry a message, that it's just not fiction or the birds and the bees and the dragons and the warriors. We do try to make our fans think about important things in life.
Someday you'll open up again. Someday you'll...
Yes, the artwork is made by Stefan Heilemann from Heilemania. We've been working with him since the Classical Conspiracy, so many years back. And he's a unique artist that really gets what we are trying to say with our music and our lyrics as well. And he's also one of my friends. He lives close to where I live. And for this record, we explained him the idea of the holographic principle, the universe, our perception of reality, and the color scheme of which we like to give to this record, because with each record we release, we like to have a main color and work within that color to design the new artwork. And Koen, Isaac and I were sitting together when we were on tour in New Zealand, like brainstorming of how we see the cover in our head, and we were searching online for inspiration. We were making photos of my face, like how you see the face on the cover, like looking into the universe and the black hole, and that's what we sent to Heile, like a composition of our ideas. Isaac can do a little bit of Photoshop, so he already created the starting point, and Stefan Heilemann finished it and delivered once again a really beautiful artwork we're very happy with. And we already are seeing the total picture of the live shows, how we can include the artwork and the lighting show, the backdrops and merchandise and everything. It's a total picture that always comes from the artwork. It's not a 100% concept album, but with each Epica record we have topics or like a little storyline going through the CD. And the holographic principle basically stands for the virtual reality glasses that have been created lately. They are becoming so realistic that whenever you put them on, you cannot even tell if you are really in this room here or somewhere else. And when you take them off, you can then maybe start to realize that the reality in which you think you are now might be a hologram of a higher reality. So this is a little bit the line going through the lyrics, that we are not sure in which reality we are, if there's one reality or many, and that's some a philosophical theme for me that I find very interesting. Movies that are included are The Matrix, Inception, A Dream Within a Dream, two realities in which you can choose to live in. And now with the virtual reality glasses, you can also choose to escape this reality and dive into another one. I have a very little background from high school. I was good in mathematics, science, and chemistry, but I chose to go into the cultural direction with art history and stuff. But Mark is the one that's reading the books that is inspired by it. Of course, quantum physics is such a incredibly complicated thing that very few people get it all the way, but we draw the inspiration out of it, combining spirituality, philosophy with science. because you need a bit of both in this world, and that's a little bit what's going on in the lyrics. We love to also include recent events in society. A song that I wrote the lyrics for is dealing about the refugee problem we are having nowadays all over the world. And as a mother myself, I'm very much concerned about the well-being of children, my own, but children all around the world. And when you're in a band and people read your lyrics, you can reach a big audience. You can help inspire other people to start thinking of what's going on, to become more involved and care about not only yourself but humankind.
We are forced to live in silence, eating.
Well, we've always had some string quartet on the record, and a lot of it was then sample based because it's easy, goes quick, and working with people playing real instruments takes up a lot of time. The budget will be really high, and this time we thought we can really give it a try. We're working with Joost van den Broek as a producer again, and he has a lot of experience working with orchestra that's also working on with a click track, because our music, it's, you know, everything is, there's not much room for improvisation, so you have to really as a orchestra musician, you have to know how to play with click track. And Joost knew a lot of people, and he told us, okay, I got the people, what do you want to do? What's your budget? And we said as much live instruments as possible. So even the guys, the band members, and some of our crew band members, they've been doing percussion as well, because our drum tech is working for a music company that sells instruments. So he brought a whole truck of all kind of percussion instruments, and all the guys, they were going crazy, like banging on all the instruments to, you know, have fun, but also give the album the real life organic touch that we wanted to. But this record, the guitars are a little bit more mixed up front, because that's what we wanted to try this time. A lot of the songs have been composed through the guitar instead of the keyboards, and we are a metal band in essence, but with a very orchestral sound to it. And this time we decided to give the guitars a little bit more prominence, and Jacob Hansen has been mixing the album again. He also did the Quantum Enigma, and I think that it kind of gave us a little bit heavier touch, and I like it. But we are, with each record that we do, we look at it individually and do not set the course with each record, you know, because the songs are different. We have a different opinion. So for this record we chose to give it more oomph with the guitars, and the next record we'll still have to wait and see. But the overall evolution of Epica is definitely that we've become a heavier band and that we're really a metal band. Well, we've had a little bit of bad luck in the past with America, because we got a tour scheduled with Machine Head that got cancelled a couple days before. Then we scheduled a tour last year in September, and my father was very ill and I had to go back home. So we were not very lucky. And earlier this year we played in America. We had the metal cruise, and we tried to schedule some shows to kind of make up for the 2 cancelled tours. So we thought now, after the release of the Holographic Principle, first place we go to is America, to make up for all the unfortunate events that kind of cancelled the last 2 tours. And we are planning to do a bigger live show. We have a lighting show that's really adapted to the artwork of the new records. I'm not quite sure if we're going to have the exact new lighting setup as what we planned for Europe, because I'm not sure if we can transport those like really fragile, super cool spaceship kind of lighting. So But definitely our light show will always be mind-blowing, because that's a thing. We're lucky that we have a good light engineer who knows the music, and a lot of people always compliment us with our light show. Besides that, we're going to play a set list mixed from all the 7 records, with a small emphasis on the latest record.
And of course, the Parisian show.
Yes.
At the end of the tour? Or?
Yes. It will be on the 4th February at the end of the European tour, together with Powerwolf at Le Zénith. It's the biggest show in Paris up to date, so we're very excited. Last time we played in Olympia, which was sold out, and it was a magical show. Every time we come to Paris, we have a good time, and we're ready for the next step in Paris, and I hope that the fans will be too.